Hey, good morning, everybody. Here we are in Mackinaw City, Michigan. We're about to cross over the bridge, the causeway, into the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Today, our final destination is Drummond Island, which is pretty far along the edges, if you know where it is. There's only one way on and off the island, which is a ferry, and hopefully we can get some footage of that as well. And then we're going to just kind of explore the island today. It's a short day for us, but it should be interesting. I'm going to try to get up to the Fossil Cliffs. If we can't, it'll be because of road conditions. I've heard that there's been a lot of rain up there, so it's a little bit iffy, but we're going to try anyway. Hopefully we'll have some good scenery along the way as well. All right, so let's go around the edges. Just thought we would stop here and show you a little bit of Lake Huron again. A little bit rougher today than it was the last few days, but like I said, there's been rainstorms through here, and that's probably why. We're just a little ways from the little town where you get the ferry over to Drummond Island. These rocks are all around us are comprised of marine limestone. And a little bit of hunting, you probably find fossils in them. I was reading that most of these lime deposits date back to the Cenozoic period. Okay, we got a ferry to catch, so I better get going. After following Michigan 134 for some miles, we finally arrive in Detour Village. Now, Detour is where you get the ferry out to Drummond Island. The island is actually pretty big and has a variety of different resorts and places you can stay. There's also a lot of people that seem to live out here year-round, and people have their houses and maintain this beachfront property. This would be a great place to come to go fishing or just to be out in the peace and quiet. And really the only way to get on and off the island if you have a car is to take this car ferry over from Detour. The ferry ride is a pretty short one, about 10 to 15 minutes in normal circumstances, and it's not very expensive. Additionally, it's a round-trip ticket, so once you're out there, you don't have to pay to come back. Compared to somewhere like the Northwest Angle, Drummond Island seems to be much more well-developed. For example, all of the main roads are paved here and are in pretty immaculate condition. I didn't have any issues with any of the roads out here. One of my rules of thumb when I go on these trips is I generally don't do dead ends, and Drummond Island certainly on the surface level would seem to be sort of the epitome of one of these dead ends. But I'm certainly happy to go here, as I was with the Northwest Angle and the Gunflint Trail and other places, because in our search for the edges, this is the easternmost point of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, so geographically it's certainly relevant to our interests, even though we're going to have to double back upon our own path to go back to the mainland. Welcome to Drummond Island. Well, I don't think I'm going to be going to the Fossil Cliffs today. That is one deep mud hole and nothing but mud on the other side. Well, I'll go a little further along and see if there's another way, but I have a feeling I'm just going to have to turn around and leave. Oh, well, that's sometimes how it works. It was a little bit of a disappointment not being able to get out to Fossil Ledges, but after all, that wasn't really the reason why we came out here to begin with. I certainly have no regrets coming out here. Now, we did try going to the easternmost part of the island, but found that most of that land is private property. What wasn't private property, well, it was muddy. There had been a lot of rain, as I mentioned earlier in the video, so things were a bit sloppy out there, even for people with good hiking shoes, and I did not have good hiking shoes with me. So I didn't have a lot of recourse other than to turn around and kind of head back towards town. Being a Sunday, there wasn't a whole lot available. The stores were mostly closed. There was only a couple of restaurants open, and one of those just happened to be right by my resort, so it was a convenient place to refuel and kind of get ready for our early day the next day. We had to get up pretty early to hit the ferry and also to head out towards our next stop, Nissing. And that's where we'll pick up next time.